Motorists feeling the pain at the pump. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Curtis Crutchfield. We thank you so much for joining us tonight. Well, gas prices are creeping up once again. According to AAA, the state average for a gallon of gasoline rose from $3.50 to $3.79 a gallon in the past month. Meanwhile, the national average is even higher. It now stands at $3.82 a gallon.
Well, it's not $4 yet, so I'm all right with it. It's not going to be for long. That's how I feel about it.
It's not like the population has anything to do about it. It would be nice if it would be lower than what it is now, right? I think.
Well, bad because like she drives around a lot. That's like costing a lot. But like we had to use the gas anyway, so there's not much we could do.
This time last year, the average price for gas was $4.13. Just a few weeks after closing its Oxon Hill store, a local discount grocery chain plans to open a new store in Hyattsville. The new Lidl will replace the Oxon Hill location, which the company says was underperforming.
Well, Lidl's had great success in Prince George's County, and they are adding two new stores coming. I think it'll bring their total to 7 or 8. They are closing one store that was not doing well. It was really not very visible from the road, and there was a lot of competition around there. But the real positive story is that Prince George's County has added 4 new grocery stores in the last 12 months, 2 Aldi's, a Trader Joe's, and Shoppers we've got added to there. So we've expanded the grocery opportunities that are available in Prince George's County. Again, Lidl is in an expansion mode, but they did close that one store.
The new Lidl store will be located in the 3100 block of Queens Chapel Road between Hyattsville and Mount Rainier. Some sad news tonight. A Drexel University student from the DMV was found dead in his apartment yesterday. Terrence Butler was a rising junior in the College of Engineering and a member of the basketball team. He was from Upper Marlboro and went to Bishop McNamara High School in Forestville. He is survived by his parents and 2 sisters. There is currently no information about how he died. The U.S. Secretary of Education makes a stop at Crossland High School. Secretary Miguel Cardona joined Congressman Glenn Ivey and Superintendent Millard House for a roundtable discussion yesterday. The discussion, which also included students, focused on the school's career pathways and apprenticeship programs. Cardona says high schools and 2-year colleges must evolve to help young people get apprenticeships.
So what I saw here that I really liked is that students have apprenticeships following their passion, that the Department of Labor is connected to this, and that they have a school and district infrastructure that supports the continued growth of it.
When I was a kid, all of these programs were in place. They went out of favor in the 80s and the 90s. We're just bringing them back. So programs that worked then can work now. We just have to make sure we update them.
This meeting comes as President Joe Biden continues to push his Investing in America agenda, which is aimed at creating more manufacturing and union jobs that don't require a college education. The man convicted in a local mall shooting is scheduled to be sentenced this afternoon in Upper Marlboro. 34-year-old Stephon Jones of the district was convicted of murdering 20-year-old Darian Herring of Hyattsville back in October of 2022. At the time, Herring was at the Mall of Prince George's assisting a man with disabilities when he was harassed by Jones in a restroom near the food court. Minutes later, after helping his client board a transit vehicle, Herring was shot and killed in the food court. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Curtis Crutchfield. Coming up, bad news for train commuters in Laurel. The MARC station will soon be closed. We'll have more details when we come back.
Hey, someone's looking sharp. Thanks, just upgraded to Real ID. Moving up in the world, huh? In a way, being a Real ID means I can board flights and access certain federal facilities. Now I can make it to Michael's graduation at the Air Force Academy.
Wow, that's this weekend.
And don't tell Cindy, but we have a surprise Virgin Islands trip for our anniversary coming up. We'll have fun. I'll just be here.
Be your Real ID self by May 7th, 2025. Find out how at tsa.gov/realid.
The ex-mayor of College Park is convicted on 140 counts of child pornography after pleading guilty to possession and promotion of child porn. According to the plea deal, 47-year-old Patrick Woyan faces up to 30 years in jail. Now, police began investigating Woyan back in February. He resigned from his position in March, just prior to his arrest. He is scheduled to be sentenced on November 20th. Prince George's County Police need your help locating a missing man. This is 62-year-old Tracy Blue. He was last seen near Shoppers Way and Healthcare Way in Largo early this morning. Blue is about 6 feet tall and weighs about 190 pounds. He was last seen wearing a blue shirt, jeans, and black shoes. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact police. Well, earlier this summer, we brought you a two-part special report on rising foreclosure rates in Prince George's County. Coming up this month, we'll bring you the story of a local homeowner who alleges his house was put on the market through fraudulent means. We'll tell you how Robert Jones is fighting to keep his property.
I got a notice to foreclosure. I didn't believe it because my mortgage is current. I called them. They said, "Hey, you don't owe us anything." So I called this attorney firm and asked them what was going on with them, and they explained to me, hey, I owed them some money, and they told me I owed them a bill of $500-some thousand, which is impossible. To call the attorney, I said, hey, I'm not sure if you know, but I think this is fraud.
And be sure to tune in for the full story later this month right here on CTV News. It's all things oysters as we celebrate National Oyster Week through August 1st through the 6th. The Oyster Recovery Partnership is a nonprofit that helps with the restoration of oysters in the bay. Not only do oysters help filter the waters of the Chesapeake, but their shells are habitat creators for other sea creatures. And as we celebrate the mollusks, the partnership says each of us can help out by recycling the shells.
There's two ways that you can help recycle shell. Number one, you can dine at the restaurants who already participate in our Shell Recycling Alliance. Or number two, you can deposit any oysters that you consume at home into a network of public drop sites. So we have 70 public drop sites, throughout the DMV, and you can find lists of both our Shell Recycling restaurant partners and public drop sites at shellrecycling.org.
That address again is shellrecycling.org. Tired of Bay Bridge traffic, an effort is currently underway to revive a ferry as a mode of transportation over the Chesapeake Bay. The effort started back in 2021 with Queen Anne's and Anne Arundel looking to provide a passenger ferry service between the two counties. Now 3 more counties, Calvert, Somerset, and St. Mary's, have joined a consortium to do a feasibility study. 4 other counties, Wicomico, Talbot, Kent, and Dorchester, have submitted letters of support. A final report by the consortium is expected by the end of the year. Well, if you rely on the MARC station in Laurel for your daily commute, you'll have to find a new stop. MTA is closing the Laurel MARC station for 10 weeks for construction. The station will close on August 21st. New platforms, stairs, and ramps will be installed. Construction should be complete by October 29th. And you're watching CTV News. Coming up, your Thursday Sports Page Report with Simon Bugg. Stay with us.
What's going on, everybody? And coming up soon, Terps defensive back Bo Braid touches on his growth and goals, and the Baltimore Orioles trade for a solid player. Don't go anywhere.
Summer. It's kids' favorite season, right? Filled with ice cream, sprinklers, and vacations. But it is not that way for every child. For many kids living in poverty, summer is the hardest time. Without regular school meals, access to a library, or even transportation to be able to see their friends, summer is hard for so many. It's time we made summer fair.
Prince George's police are investigating a crash that involved a police cruiser in Laurel. According to reports, county police spotted a wanted car last night near Conti Road and Laurel Bowie Road. When officers attempted to stop the car, the suspect rammed into a cruiser. Officials say an officer used a taser to take the suspect into custody. A local businesswoman steps out of her comfort zone of beauty and hair care to give her community an affordable and convenient place to do their laundry. Jamie Flournoy will be opening the doors of 809 Laundromat this Sunday. The grand opening will include free food, back-to-school supplies, free laundry materials, and more Flournoy, who also owns 2 salons, shares why her business is important to the community.
Equipment, it's very clean. Normally you go to laundromats and they are dirty. People don't care about the people coming in, and I want you to feel welcome. We do wash and fold, and we also do delivery and pickup. So if you go to the website 809 Laundromat, you can order for your clothes to be picked up and delivered. We're gonna have a grand opening on Sunday starting at 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. First come, first serve. We're gonna have free washes. We're gonna have free detergent, back to school supply, food, entertainment, games, and moonbound, so bring the whole family over.
And the grand opening will be this Sunday from 1 to 5 p.m. at 7834 Central Avenue.
All right, everyone, it's time for your Thursday sports page. We'll start with some college football. This Terps football team has talent all over the roster, including local recruit Bo Braid. The defensive back played very well for the Terps last season. Starting all 13 games at safety, Braid led the team in tackles with 85 while also recording 5 pass breakups and 2 picks. Braid is going into his senior year, and one of his goals is to be a leader on defense.
What I can do is, help lead, of course. I feel like I led last year. I got to take a bigger role this year, with, speaking up more, always lead by example. But I feel like I need to make a bigger, impact that way. If when it comes to on the field stuff, I feel like I need to make more takeaways and turnovers. I feel like that's the really biggest difference between winning and losing games. As a DB, everybody wants interceptions and pick sixes. Turnovers can come any way, forced fumbles. And so that type of thing. So, I think that is what I need to bring to this defense on the field and off the field, and that's what I got to do.
The Clarksville, Maryland native also spoke on how he's grown as a player since he's been a Terp.
In high school, I was mostly just a hard-hitting safety and stuff, and just tackling people and stuff. But I still tackle obviously, but now I learned to play the game, guard people, be very, very versatile. I like being versatile. I feel like you can put me at nickel, dime. I joke with Coach Begg, I'm like, you can put me at corner if you need one.
Braid and the rest of the Terps open up the season at home against Towson on September 2nd. Switching to some Major League Baseball news, the Orioles added a quality piece to their roster in pitcher Jack Flaherty. Flaherty played for the St. Louis Cardinals for 6 years before being traded to the Birds. And even though St. Louis was like home for the right-hander, he's looking forward to playing for the first-place Orioles.
It's awesome. These guys have been playing unbelievable. For them to be in first place and to be playing the way they have all year, it's special. It's just really lucky to come in here and join these guys, and I'm just looking forward to starting and whenever that is, and just getting after everything.
And that is your Thursday sports page. Simon Buggs, CTV Sports.
And we thank you, Simon, for that report. Now get ready for a day of fun activities for Community Policing Week. It's an opportunity to meet and learn about community officers with the Prince George's County Police Department.
Hello, I'm Corporal Keeve, and it's Corporal Donahue and Corporal Battle. We're from the Division II Community Engagement Unit. This week is Community Policing Week. If you're interested in meeting one of your community officers, check us out at one of the upcoming events. See you soon.
And there will be events tomorrow in Landover, Oxon Hill, Beltsville, and Fort Washington. The events will include barbecues, movie nights, and will be led by the County Police Department Divisions 2, 4, 6, and 7. And that is CTV News for now. We thank you so very much for joining us. I'm Curtis Crutchfield. Have a good night.